Hello, everyone, and welcome to Tabor Talk. I'm your host, Michael Tabor. So I just did a video. My last video was on Lolita, the movie, Stanley Kubrick, 1962. And then I also talked about the literary masterpiece written by Vladimir Nabokov, 1955. So anyway, that got me thinking about, speaking of the film, by the way, if you watched it, I did not like the movie, but anyway. Um, so that got me thinking about film. People who follow me, who see my videos know that I'm a huge film guy, love film. Got me thinking about Roger Ebert. I loved Roger Ebert. I thought he was one of the best film critics ever, and he was entertaining. He was literate, he's passionate, funny, interesting. And and so, by the way, just around here I have a couple of books laying around, some of his yearbooks. So here's Roger Ebert's 2006, Roger Ebert's 2002, and here's Roger Ebert's yearbook 2011. He has about a dozen books if you go on Amazon. He did the yearbooks, but he also had some other great books too. So what I love about Roger was his writing. His writing is so crisp. It's just absolutely beautiful prose. And what made Roger's reviews so fun and entertaining is it really didn't even matter what film he was reviewing. So, and quite frankly, very often, his best reviews are movies that were shitty because he's so freaking talented. I mean, Roger Ebert, and that's what you love about him, his passion for movies. It didn't even matter if it was a shit movie. He actually had a book called The Movies I Hate. So it's just, and I'm the same way too. I enjoy a shitty movie. And I'm not talking about like a cult sort of thing where like what was the movie I did? The Room, right? That's a masterpiece cult thing, but just actually shitty movies. And you could look at it in a certain way and just crush it and just destroy it with your words, with your review. And that's even more fun sometimes than doing a review on Citizen Kane. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I can't say enough about Roger Ebert, great guy. And, his TV shows, remember Siskel and Ebert? And then he did Ebert and Roper, was it? And by the way, there's go on Netflix, there's a documentary about his life too. I saw that a couple of years ago when it first came out. But you got to say this about the man, and he suffered terribly at the mouth cancer. And if you see photos of him after the operation, he had no face. It was just skin dangling. It's very, very disturbing. Now, was it esophagus? Something, there, but it was just skin dangling. So think about Roger Ebert, the man, okay? He could not talk and he could not eat. And by the way, he continued on after the hospital thing, after the operation, with movie reviews, and he wrote a book on food. Can you imagine? Could not talk, couldn't eat. Couldn't eat, and he wrote a book on food, and just continued on with the internet. Couldn't speak, but he wrote that. I mean, that's what I call, that's, to me, is so inspiring, right? The human spirit, and people like that I love. A couple of weeks ago, I did a video on 3 of my heroes. I talked about FDR, how he dealt with having polio. I talked about Christopher Reeve, how he dealt with that horrible accident, spinal cord injury. He was paralyzed from the neck down, had a trachea, breathing machine, all that. And then Steve Gleason, the football player who's still with us, and he has the worst disease known to man, ALS, amyotrophic lateral sclerosis. And these are great men and my heroes. And Roger Ebert too was incredible the way he dealt with this situation. So, okay, on that note, I don't want to be a bummer here, but just check out Roger Ebert. He is a hero of mine. What can I say? Loved him, miss him. Okay, good friends, good books, and a sleepy conscience. Peace, love, and understanding here on Tabor Talk.